Hey guys, welcome to our final round of the ARG Easter Event. We only had 4 rounds this time around. There was a lot of draws and a lot of drops, so it ended up coming up to a 4-round Swiss. There will not be a top cut video. Shortly after the Swiss was done, one of the people in top 4 had to leave, so we all agreed that we would just go by seeding, and that we would just issue prize for that. No one had an issue with the way it was done. Overall, it was a good event. So here on our left, we do have Nick Morris, who's playing Monoblue Vinallaku, and on our right we have Tim Sweeney, who's playing Yellow Vanillaku. So this is indeed a mirror match. Obviously different colors, with yellow having the addition of I'm the world champion, which lets you dig through your cards faster, because if you have a Goku child, you have your 1-drop Goku out, you do it, you draw 2 cards. And then blue has in the forms of play extenders and defensive options with Senzu Bean. And I mean, one of the most recent blue lists I've seen runs Gogeta's and that 7-drop Gogeta as well. So I'm interested to see what kind of tech choices both players use, but for the most part, yellow definitely seems to run those I'm the world champions. All right, so it seems to I believe here Tim did win the dice roll, so that's thing. And already both players are getting straight into this. Nick here keeping 2 cards, and Tim keeping 3. We did see, I believe he kept a 1-star ball and a Goku, or it could have been an Android and a Goku. I saw his hand briefly, so I'm not too sure. But I've played this mirror match myself personally, but the color I play is I play red Vanillaku. It's actually, I like it a lot, with the addition of Chi-Chi that lets you bring out the vanilla Son Goku, which combos with your Android 8. So that way you get a 15k combo if you're awakened on top of popping something. It's pretty good, and I also like the fact that I can run Mai's, which also is another Dragon Ball searcher. With the addition of Planet M2, I gear my red version towards more of the mirror match. But yeah, so Tim here goes ahead and charges the Sorbet. Sorbet is one of the cards you run for your other Dragon Ball starts, but there's no need to play it, so he goes ahead and charge it because he did open up the Son Goku. And both players with the Son Goku opening start, so that's really good. This matchup is heavily dictated on whether or not you can open those Gokus or not, and both players did do so. But with Tim going first, he is going to be able to drop out his 30k before Nick here. And all right, so here he did charge a 4-star ball, and then revealing the 4-star ball for his lead auto, giving him +5, draw a card. Now, okay, we do see he has a Krillin in his hand, just right at the corner there. So what he possibly could do is drop the Krillin and really try to force some plays out. The other thing here is that if he does another attack, he is gonna go ahead and put Nick here at 6 life. So then he would be the first one to awaken in the matchup. But you don't want to let down the aggro in the matchup. I believe you just want to keep pushing, because then it becomes you have to enter my board before I do your board. So he did summon the 30k, but he didn't attack, because that's the thing. He didn't want to get him to 6, So I do agree with that. That's a really smart play. It's gonna go ahead and force Nick here to use one of his self-awakeners, which is a pan, which we do know he runs because he just charged one of them. So I believe he might have one more in hand, if that's the case. And actually, yeah, he does have one more. I was worried for a second that I didn't actually see one. But no, he does. And even if he didn't have one in hand, he just drew a second one. So now he's gonna go ahead and use his Son Goku auto to bring out his Great Saiyaman. That's gonna be 2 there. And he's not even gonna attack, because he'll put Tim in a situation where if he has a self awakener himself, then now he gets to awaken himself. So both players being really cautious not to let the pretty much not be the first one to let your opponent awaken. So you can definitely tell they have experience in the mirror match, and just in the game in general. These are 2 really strong players going at it. Alright, so here he's going to go ahead and charge the Nimbus return. Probably values the rest of the other cards and other negates in his hand a lot more. And now he's going to go ahead and attack lead. So he's doing this because he can go from 7 to 5 if he goes right ahead. And now he's going to go ahead and combo the TN there. And that will be 20. And now that he comboed the TN, he drops his he drops the Krillin, minusing 5 the Goku, and then he's gonna go ahead and actually grab the TN he just comboed out with. So really strong plays. And then he's gonna go ahead and use the Goku to grab his 1-drop. His 4-star ball, not 1-drop. He's gonna use the 1-drop Goku to get the 4-star ball. Now it's gonna go ahead and be 15 to lead. So this seems like it's gonna be a big turn for Tim here. And I'm just getting the names jumbled up. They're both playing the same deck, so sorry if I'm like stuttering here and there. They are literally both playing the same deck, so I'm just trying to once I get used to I mean, we have time within the match where I can figure out who's who. But the yellow player is Tim and the blue player is Nick. And that, like I said, this was a big turn for Tim. That is gonna put Nick down to 4 life under that turn, and that's that's definitely a big swing. And here he is, go ahead and drops another Goku. And he's going to grab the 4-star ball back from his drop. Use leader auto, reveal. That's going to be +5. Then he's going to go ahead and awaken, untap 1, draw 1. Again, reveal. And then he has to discard a card here. He's going to go ahead and pitch another pan, because it's useless in his hand. Actually, he pitches the Great Saiyaman instead because he realized he had no vanillas in the drop, which I don't think it matters too much. He is gonna go ahead and use the Goku to grab the vanilla out of his deck. I mean, grab the Great Saiyaman out of the drop. Now he's gonna go ahead and tap the 1 and play the Android 8. He's gonna grab I think that's Vegeta. Either way, another skillless, a 2-drop skillless. And this is going to be 20 to Krillin, who is 15. And he's going to go ahead and combo out the Goku, popping Tim's Goku. And the Krillin dies there because that was 25 combo power. Nick doesn't want to make him use any cards. And he is going to go ahead and power burst, grabbing the Goku right back. And now he's going to go attack with the other vanilla. And that's going to be 40 to the TN. And that's just going to be the following turn. That power burst by Tim was really big, because that's going to allow him to get back his Goku. And it's going to allow him to play the Goku again and pressure out for 3 energy a 4-star ball back into his hand and another 30k. Or he could possibly drop another Krillin, get rid of the Android 8, and continue his plays there. And we do see Nick here does have 2 power bursts in his hand. He is tapped out though, so he's going to end up taking life for those. But they will allow him to get back one of the Gokus. And what you would end up doing would probably be negate the 30k, but actually he Tim attacks, chooses not to combo out, and Nick here ends up using 2 super combos. So with 2 of the super combos, that is 35, so he does get out of that. Both player has a pretty healthy hand size, if you were to ask me, honestly. And the thing is, like, Tim isn't awakened yet because Nick refuses to allow him to attack. But he does drop the Krillin here, and that is going to be 15 crit to lead. And let's see what Nick does here. And he's going to go ahead and combo out that 2 drop. That is going to be 20. Since the leader's not awakened, it's not a plus 10. So yeah, that is 20 crit coming in the way of Nick. And here, Tim does combo out the Supreme Kai given the Krillin double strike. So that's going to be 30 double strike crit. He's going to go ahead and use the leader auto, giving him 10, so that's 25, then combos out 10 more, that's 35. And now, so Tim here main decks that Matt Sane here, and that's going to go ahead and get rid of his Android 8 and one of his, Great Saiyamans. But alright, so Nick here did a really good job of holding on to his power bursts, and end up power bursting out that attack so he doesn't take the double strike. And here it looks like Tim attacked, did no combos, and now he's gonna go ahead and use his lead. Not his lead, the 4-star ball. The thing, and now Tim's gonna drop the 1 drop, searching out his 4-star ball. And now he is tapped out, but of course both players do have access to power burst. And I'm pretty sure Tim does have Sparking 5, so not too big of a deal. He also is at 7 life, so he's in the lead. He's definitely in the lead. But this could also be a really big turn for Nick, coming up on 4 energy. He's gonna go ahead and start off by playing the leader auto, showing the 4-star ball. And let's see what he ends up discard here. He does end up discarding the double strike Kai. And now he's going to go right ahead and play the Krillin, minusing 5, killing off the Son Goku, playing his other vanilla from the drop. And honestly, I can't tell if that's Goku or Vegeta. All those cards kind of look alike to me. And now he's going to go ahead and play the 1 drop, grabbing his 4-star ball back. So really strong plays here. And now he's going to go ahead and use the Son Goku, attack the Krillin, getting that out of the way. And now there's going to be 30k to 30k, 40. Tim decided not to combo. He would have to waste 2 cards to keep that alive, if anything. And, we do see Senzu Beans, and, in Nick's hand, and there he thought of whether he wanted to attack or not, but he does end up attacking. And now he's just going to end up this is an onslaught of attacks, and Tim's just going to go ahead and take them each. And he's at 5 life here, so we do see that Nick here does have a double strike card. He chooses not to do it. He wants to use it as a game finisher, but usually I believe if you can always take down your opponent from 5 to 3, I'm a big advocate of doing so, because at 4 he is at super combo range. But if that, I mean, that is if that's the first thing you're gonna do. But you can see he went from 7 to 4, and that would have been his last attack. Now, if you can go for your first attack and go from 5 to 3, that's I believe you should anyways, because that is a big swing, whether or not he can super combo out of that or not. And alright, so Tim here playing another 1-drop, grabbing another 4-star ball for himself. So that may be all the 4-star balls out of his deck by now. I don't know the exact number he runs. And now he's going to go ahead and use his leader to draw a card and untap. He's looking at his drop, and he does have 3 cards in there, so no Sparking Alive. And alright, so now let's see. This is a 20 attack lead, and let's see, where is it going? It's attacking the Krillin. So it's gonna be 20 to Krillin. And Tim no combos. He does have a big hand size, but he does have to worry about Nick's board here. And now he's gonna go ahead and use the Goku auto, grabbing another 30k from his deck. Oh man, so this Vanillaku deck it's so good. Just being able to constantly, every turn that Goku lives is just another turn you have to deal with another 30k or another 20k. And here it's going to be 30 to lead. And alright, so Nick's going to go ahead and block it with Aetorade, grabbing back his warped Great Saiyaman. That was warped earlier by the Mass Saiyan. And now it's going to be 5 to this Goku here. And let's see if Tim ends up comboing out here. And he is going to use a super combo. So that's going to be 15 to this Goku. And you can definitely tell Nick's debating whether he wants to keep it alive. If he does keep it alive, that means he can do a big game push the next following turn. And also force another attack onto it. And he is going to go ahead and use his leader auto to bump it up by 10, and then use the 4-star ball to bring it out. So now he's going to go play the Krillin, and Krillin's going to attack lead. And that's going to be lead auto, that's going to tie them up in life. That's going to be 3 to 3. So with that being said, let's see if he has another double strike card. That's going to be 20 right there. That's going to be 20 crit. And he's going to combo out 2 cards to make that 25. And here he's going to play another one. Another one of those Mass Saiyans. And he's going to go ahead and get rid of actually the Vanillas there. And then attack the Goku. And that power burst was really good for him. Because Tim's ideal play there was, okay, he's tapped out. Let's get rid of the answers on that he has on. Let's get rid of the problem cards on board, and then I'll just swing for the Goku. And unfortunately, he had the power burst. But here, Nick does have to build his board back up again. So unless he can possibly game Tim this turn, he is gonna have to answer that hand. And with with Nick's hand size not looking as healthy as Tim's here, that is quite a big deal if you ask me. So he's gonna use the Goku auto to go ahead and grab back that Great Saiyaman. And Great Saiyaman is gonna go right ahead and swing at that leader. And look, he does have 2 Senzu Beans and the Migra there. But now he's gonna go ahead and just block that off and add back the Goku. So something here that that's really devastating about this is that he's tapped out. He has no yeah, he's tapped out and no sparking. And yeah, he out combos that by 30. But now Nick can just tap 5, play the Demigra, and this is triple strike coming towards Tim. So he's gonna double check to make sure he has enough black cards there, which I'm pretty positive they do, because this deck run is really heavy on the black. The Migra really is one of those make or break cards for this deck, just because it is the form of a late game boss monster for him. And again, with no sparking, he is in a rough spot. If Tim did have another power burst in his hand, he possibly should have maybe comboed out more cards, to at least up to 5, so he has power burst. But even then, that's just gonna rip the rest of the cards, and it's triple strike. And Nick taking game 1 with a double Senzu Bean there right at the end. That was really well played on both players. It was just unfortunate that Nick definitely had the Demigra and double Senzu Bean here to really pressure out game. Alright. So let's talk about siding here. We did see that Nick went straight into grabbing those Crisis Crushers. And that was pretty good. The Crisis Crusher in this matchup is one of those things that let you constantly remove your opponent's 1-drops. So I'm really gonna assume that both players are gonna go right ahead and side them for sure. And you definitely saw that he sided out Borgos and other cards there. I really couldn't see what Tim sided. His cards were more hidden from the camera than Nick's. But I really say that was a really good game 1, really back and forth. It really came down to how Nick played it and not let Tim awaken. You know, essentially he said, "I'm gonna awaken you on my own terms," and I mean that's really what it came down to. I wouldn't say Tim played it bad. He did pressure Nick into going from a 7 to 3 life, but just those power bursts came in handy. Well, the power burst really came in clutch for Nick this time around. So here, Tim is gonna go ahead and go first. And I don't think he runs I'm the World Champion. I haven't seen it played, or maybe he didn't draw into it. That was a lengthy game 1. I mean, sometimes you just don't see it. I mean, I've played games with Shenron where I've go through half my deck and I haven't seen a Child's Wish, even when playing the Dende Mill leader. And it happens. It really does. And oh, see here it looked like Nick go ahead and combo those Heavenly Wizards, and with that card I believe that if your opponent's at 3 or less energy and during your turn you can combo with it, it is a free combo. You don't have to tap for it. +5. When you do, you can go right ahead and destroy a battle card your opponent controls with 30,000 or more. So that's gonna be able to answer those 30k vanillas really early for Nick. So I thought mostly that card was sided for Burley, which it also is good in that matchup. But interesting that that it also worked for this matchup. That's something that didn't cross my mind. So that's really good actually. And here, Tim's gonna go right ahead and open with the 4-star ball start. And it may look like he didn't have the Goku to begin with, so he may have just drawn into it, and he's gonna go and just play that out, grab another 4-star, and that'll be his turn. All right, so let's see. Nick here showing the 4-star ball, drawing a card, and just passing turn. He probably doesn't have a Goku in his hand. He probably would have played it if he did. We saw that he did immediately last time they played. So the thing with this Goku living and Nick not drawing into a Crisis Crusher or anything like that is that this Goku is going to get immediate value again with being able to just grab another 4-star ball from deck. And now he's going to go ahead and play this Krillin. Krillin is going to go straight into lead, and that's going to be 15 crit, possibly no combo backs, etc. So let's see. And alright, so yeah, that's definitely no negates. Probably Nick was going and just thinking there. And alright, so here, look at that. That's the wizard himself getting dropped. And now Tim does play the Android 8. And that's pretty much going to ensure if Nick does play anything, that if he attacks, he's going to lose it. We didn't see many Android 8s. I don't think we saw any Android 8s probably played. Actually, no, that's a lie. We saw Nick play one Android 8 last game. I was going to say, no, man, he didn't play any, but no. He definitely played one. It just ended up getting warped by the Masayan after that. And, alright, so that's going to go back to Nick's turn. His hand's looking pretty rough here. And oh, okay, so Tim here getting a phone call. Nick, being the respectable duelist that he is giving him time to answer that. Real life does happen, folks. We're not gonna be like, hey man, you can't talk while you're in tournament. It is what it is. It's not really that big of a deal. And alright, so they get instantly back into this. He's gonna go ahead and reveal the 4-star ball. And it's going to be +5, so it's going to be 15 to lead, and it's going to be, not to lead, to Krillin, and it's going to be the leader attacking Krillin, and it's going to be 20 coming at Krillin, and Tim would have to combo, oh, and he does out-combo that. Oh, wait, hold on. So it looks like he comboed 2 vanillas, that would have been 15, 20. And actually, you know what? That was supposed to be one. He was supposed to combo more than that in order to keep the Krillin alive, I believe, because the leader should have been at 20. But here, we did see that even though that happened, Nick did end up playing as a Krillin. And minusing 5 the Goku. And now Krillin's going to go ahead and -5 that. And that's going to be 15 to his Krillin, that's 10. And now Tim just passes over back to Nick. Sorry if you hear the little rattling, that's just me trying to move my chair and get us situated. And now he's going to go ahead and play the 1-drop Goku, which this will be his first Goku of the game played. Gonna net himself some advantage instantly by grabbing that 4-star, the 4-star ball. Then go ahead and just play the Great Saiyaman immediately. He's doing so. The way he's doing the sequences is that he's doing it so that way. Actually, no, he already did his lead auto, so it doesn't even matter. What am I talking about? Normally, I feel like you should always search before you draw cards. But some people like to draw cards then search, because what if you draw the card that you're searching for? But in this deck, that's not really the answer you really go for. And it looks like Tim just played a 3-drop and passed his turn immediately after, and chooses not to attack. Again, both players are playing around the fact that neither one of them wants to get the opponent to 6 life right away. You should only try to get someone to 6 life if it's a big momentum swing for yourself. And you can see that Tim's really hurting for cards. He has 2 cards in his hand, and Nick is just full of advantage. He has probably about maybe 6-7 cards, maybe a little bit more in his hand compared to Nick's low hand size. And alright, they just keep going back and forth, passing cards, man. At one point, one of these players are gonna go ahead and make a big swing, and here, Tim chooses not to charge. And I wonder what Tim is digging for. And the thing is, like, if he does attack Nick's gonna be in a better spot than he already is. And oh, okay, so unfortunately here, Nick does end up drawing into the Android 8. So this is really gonna be a big turn, I feel, for Nick here. I definitely feel like he's gonna want to swing. And this is I want to say pretty scary board that Nick has built up for himself here. That's 230Ks, a 20K, an Android 8, and a Son Goku. And you know what? He doesn't even attack. He just goes ahead and passes turn over to Tim here. And again, that's pretty scary stuff. But alright, so here he did have the Mass Saiyan. And that Mass Saiyan is going to go ahead and end up warping half, well, a little bit more than half of Tim's board. And again, not attacking. So this is just... this reminds me of my Gogeta ramp mirror match that I had in the final round with one of my good friends, Dan, where we would go play Veku, not attack, and then we would just both not attack for a while until one of us can open up a Dragon Fist. And then game 2 was just, you know what, let's not even bother playing Veku, and then you just really rushed out all the 1 and 2 drops for the rest of the game, and just beat ourselves there until we got enough energy to start really comboing out cards. So yeah, anyways, back to this game. You can see here he plays Dimension Sport Trunks. Go ahead and grab him back a 2-drop. That's going to go ahead and give that 2-drop crit. And that's gonna be 20 crit to lead. And here, Nick said, you know what, enough's enough. Let's start making some plays here. And that's exactly what's being done here. And it seems I could have sworn I just saw another Demigor in Nick's hand. Actually, that wasn't. Actually, he has Demigor and the Mass Saiyan himself. So you know, that is a lot of overwhelm, considering he just overwhelmed his drop area with the Trunks. And now he's gonna go ahead and pay 2, and he's gonna go ahead and attack with another 20K. So he really is not letting up on the pressure here. And alright, here Tim is forced to awaken, and he's gonna end up taking it anyways. Okay, that's interesting. If I feel as though. Oh, okay. So here, he does end up comboing a vanilla and a super combo, and that's gonna allow him to out combo that. Alright, so first thing first, he does charge this time around. He's going to go ahead and reveal that 4-star ball, draw 2, and he's going to end up discarding the exact same 4-star ball. Playing the Goku, using its auto to grab back the 4-star ball he just discarded. And playing another Mass Saiyan. This Tim has just been relentless with these. Just constantly dropping those out and just removing Nick's board presence. Nick is at 7 life, so all these attacks won't, it'll hurt, but I don't feel like he's anywhere near in the range of being worried about what he has. You can see that he has super combos, he has 2 power bursts. He doesn't have the sparking for it, but that will allow him to get his 1 drop back from his warp. Actually both his 1 drops, which is Android 8 and the Son Goku. And now that's going to go ahead and be 20 to the Vegeta, 20 to the Goku, and Tim still has quite 3 more attacks with lead, and one of those attacks is being double strike. He only has 1 open energy, no Sparking 5 available for his following turn. Lead to lead, he's gonna go ahead and take that. Nick's gonna go ahead and take the following next attack, and here he is gonna power burst, and he's gonna go ahead and grab the Son Goku back. That's going to be the end of Tim's turn, and that he has quite a lot of cards in his drop at the moment. So with let's see, 6 energy, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 energy. This is going to be a really big turn for Nick here. Actually, he's going to go ahead and say, hold on a second, I want to play this Krillin first before I do lead auto. Actually, no. He tried to draw 2 cards, but he wasn't awakened yet, so he put the second one back. Now he's going to go ahead and use lead auto to draw 2. And he's going to go ahead and pitch that exact same 4-star ball back. And now he's going to go ahead and play his 1-drop Goku, grabbing the 4-star ball right back, instantly just getting back the resource he spent. And his leader is at 20. And I believe he -5 one of those TNs. And now he's going to play 2. Play another Krillin. Minus the TN by another 2. I mean another 5. So that TN should be at 10. And he still has 3 open energy here. And he still has the Mass Saiyan in his hand. This guy's plays are just going to constantly continue. And it's just really scary. So this is going to be 15 to that. That's going to be dead. This is going to be 20 to the other one, the other TN. And that's going to be a 4-star ball. And because it's a skill list, that's going to be 30 to the TN. This is going to be 15 to lead. And here he does combo out with the high there. So that's pretty interesting here. And now he's going to go ahead and combo out lead. And then he's going to use lead auto to go ahead and combo out to 25. And it's going to be another 20. coming to lead. And now he's gonna actually play. He's gonna go ahead and play the Goku, getting back his 4-star bowler he just comboed out. Gonna grab the Android 8. Android 8's gonna go ahead and grab this Vegeta again. And Nick passing turn here. And wow, what a big turn there. That board is nothing to chuckle at. Nick here having an Android 8 on board means that Tim can't really attack with any battle cards except for his leader. And even if he does, Nick can go ahead and combo out one of these Gokus and get rid of any battle cards that Tim does end up playing. So, alright. So here he's going to go ahead and play the Krillin. And this Krillin's going to go ahead and get rid of the Android 8. Immediately answering the problem that is the Android 8 auto when the Son Goku leaves the board. So that's a really good move for Tim here. That's one step into pretty much answering this board. Nick is at 5 life, so that's gonna be really hard. And alright, so he tried to kill the other skill list there. And that's this guy's gonna go ahead and combo out the Vegeta. And then it's gonna be Krillin to Krillin action there. And that's one Krillin down. And he's gonna go ahead and power burst, taking a life there. And grabbing back his Android 8 from his warp this time around. And alright, here we have Tim playing an Android 8 of his own. He doesn't have a Son Goku childhood on the board yet, so there's going to be no immediate thing there, and it looked like he whiffed on getting a vanilla, so that's unfortunate. And he does play another Android 8, and this time he grabs the TN. And let's see, does he have the Goku to pair this with? Yes, he does. And now he does play the Goku. And now he's going to go ahead and attack with his Android 8. And the reason he's doing this is so that he can combo off one Goku here to answer, go ahead and answer off Nick's Gokus that are on the board. And both Android 8s are going to trigger off for this. So now both those Gokus are out of there for sure. And now it's going to go ahead and go into Nick's turn. And let's see what happens here. And Nick is just beaming with energy here. This is, I mean, well, yeah. That is a lot of cards. And he's going to go ahead and play that, and he's going to go ahead and play the Demigra. And Tim picks up. Wow, what a game, guys. I hope you enjoyed this this ARG event, and I hope to record more for you guys. Alright, have a good night, guys.